All right, today we're going to try I'm going to try to tell you what a radian is in 5 minutes or less. So, a radian is an angle measure based on the arc length of the circle and the radius of the circle. Basically, any angle can be found in radians by dividing the arc length by the radius. Okay, so that would give you this equation on the bottom. Theta in radians is S over R, where S is the arc length and R is the radius. So you're just dividing arc length by radius. So keep that in mind. Here's a picture of that situation. So here we have a circle, and the red is the arc length, and the blue is the radius. And we'll go ahead and trace this out a little bit. So my radians for this particular angle is 1.39. The angle for this is approximately 79.48 degrees. So there's a way to convert these. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, if we keep tracing this out, you notice that we hit this number on the other side of 3.14. Well, we know 3.14 is pi. Okay? And it says approximately 179.92. Is that 180 degrees? Well, maybe we've got something to test here. If we go on around to 360 degrees, what happens? Well, 360 degrees, is about 6.28. It's getting close. It's 6.26 there, but you notice I'm not there. 6.27. I wonder if 6.28 is when we hit 360 degrees. So, let's find out. So, let's just look at a full circle. We know a circle, an entire circle, has a circumference of 2 pi r. So the arc length for a whole circle would be 2 times pi times the radius. We know our equation, theta in radians is equal to S over r. And so we can do a quick proof here. For a full circle, 2 pi r divided by r, the r's cancel. And so we know that theta for a full circle in radians is 2 pi. That means for 180 degrees, that is pi, half of that. Okay, so there's our proof as to how pi is related to 180 degrees. So let's use that fact then to get some common angles. So here's our xy plane, and let's say we put 0 here, and pi right across from it at 180 degrees. And I'll put a little pi beside it. So we're going to convert between radians and degrees. And just kind of informally, let's talk about what 90 degrees would be. Well, we know 90 degrees is half of 180, so 90 degrees in radians would be half of pi, or pi over 2, we like to say. Okay, how about 45 degrees? Well, 45 degrees is half of 90. Well, that'd be taking pi over 2 divided by 2. So now we're down to pi over 4. We're cutting it into quarters. And so if you go through and look at this, we've got, if you wanted maybe 135, and you wanted to convert that, well, you've got 1, 2, 3 quarters, or 3 pi over 4, 3 quarters pi. Okay, 270, same reasoning for 270. We knew 90 degrees here was pi over 2. There's one of those. Okay, I'll do it in a different color. There's 90 degrees. We got the first one. Here's the second 90. Here's the third 90. So 3 pi over 2. Okay. So in the next podcast, I'll take you a little bit further in this radian measure and how to convert back and forth. But hopefully this gives you kind of a general overview of what it is. I'll end with what 1 radian is. So 1 radian is when the arc length, the blue and the red, are exactly the same. And let's see how many degrees that is. Oh, it looks like it's approximately 57.28 or 3 degrees. So 57.3 degrees is approximately 1 radian. And so kind of a good little fact to memorize. And I hope this helps you out. So good luck with these, and thanks for listening to me.